Like the first GTO, the new Goat's performance was far superior to anything else on the road, even cars costing twice as much. But the name GTO carries some baggage. The '04 Goat wasn't just competing against today's supercars, it had to compete with its own legend.
The GTO was a fun car. A lot of people forget that it was a sleeper. You know, it really didn't have GTO and wings and all this junk on it. It was just this pitiful looking little Le Mans, but it had this hot engine in it, and that was the key.
Unfortunately, to the hundreds of thousands of Pontiac lovers out there, this car just didn't look very much like their idea of a GTO. Despite its incredible performance, the car looked like other cars in Pontiac's fleet, not a tribute to the automotive icon that gave it its name. When asked about its looks, Pontiac told the world that the new GTO was not a tribute to the past, but the leading edge of things to come.
You know, there's this kind of nasty word around here called retro design, and that's not really something that we would really want to do.
This might have been a great idea strategically for Pontiac, but it didn't sit well with a lot of traditional GTO lovers.
There is a whole bunch, and I'm talking about thousands, maybe even millions, of enthusiasts who are committed to your make. So why shouldn't they be catered to?
Instead of marketing the car to muscle car lovers as the world's next great American supercar, instead, Pontiac aimed the GTO at the upscale sports sedan market, getting right in the face of BMW and Lexus. Now, there's no doubt that the new GTO can go toe-to-toe with any of these cars and put them back on the trailer without breaking a sweat. But somehow, amid the retro, non-retro debate, even that marketing message got lost.
They committed to saying they're going to go after that market, but they didn't do it.
Just 18,000 new GTOs would be built in 2004. Since it was the 40th anniversary model, this new Goat should have been an instant classic. But so far, the car hasn't made the big splash in the marketplace that everyone expected.
Did it need hood scoops? Afraid so. Yeah. Did it need dual exhaust coming out of both sides? Yeah, sure did. I think that you needed to have some elements, some vestiges of the past into that car.
This was an opportunity to reinvent the Pontiac dealer as one more time a place to go where exciting, new, trendy things are happening in the car world.
So the GTO world today finds itself split into two camps. People awestruck at this new GTO's power and handling, and those who refuse to call anything GTO that didn't have hood scoops. In the middle of it all is the GTO itself. More American muscle on four wheels than has cruised the burger stands in nearly 4 decades. It still blows the minds of everyone who drives it. But in a world where Ford can bring out a new Mustang that looks like a 1967 model, and the waiting list for anything with a Chrysler Hemi in it is months long, GM still insists that the name GTO is a name for the future and not a name from the past.
The new GTO is, not much of a looker. I said, well, the GTO wasn't either, but at first most of the fun was just having a kind of a sleeper out there that you could just go like a bat out of you-know-what.
Whatever side of the debate you find yourself on, rest assured that the new GTO is only going to get faster. For 2005, Pontiac has stuffed the LS2 engine between the Goat's front fenders. So now, when you lay into it, you'll unleash 400 horsepower from this nearly indestructible 6-liter engine. With the '05 Goat, Pontiac continues their attack on the high-dollar supercar imports. And you gotta love them for that. It's time someone took the USA's game onto BMW's court, and muscle car fans everywhere ought to be proud that a car called GTO was picked to be the one to do it. Whether BMW and Lexus owners will give the car a try will depend a lot on how the car is marketed.
You got a new GTO standing nose to nose like they're about ready to get into a fight. With a BMW, let's take the 330i. The headline in the ad says, how do you get a BMW owner's attention? Then right underneath it you say, beat 'em.
No doubt a little muscle car attitude just might get their attention. At least it's worth a try. And as for all the traditionalists out there who felt ignored when the '04 GTO hit town, hey, check this out. Hood scoops. Dudes, somebody's listening. See you next time on the American Muscle Car. And please, Don't crush them, restore them.